There we go. All right. YouTube side is back. Okay. What time is it? Got 1 minute, so we'll get started. Let me just make sure everything is where it should be. Okay, good. Got that. What else do I want to talk about today? I think that's about it. All right, it's 6 o'clock. Let's do this. Ooh, what's happening, everybody? It is your man, Big Dog, here. Welcome to episode 213 of the Dog House. Whew. I hope everybody's having a good Friday. Hope your day was nice. Mine was okay. I'm gonna get right into it because I don't want to waste any time because I've got a few things I want to chat about. First things first, I need to address this. There has been another unfortunate passing. One, Pope Francis I, unfortunately, has passed away. I believe his funeral proceeding was a few days ago, actually. And yeah, there's that. To give you guys a little bit of context, I was raised Catholic. I never really was that. Yeah, Pope Francis. Blast is absolutely right in the YouTube chat. What is going on with my damn YouTube stream? Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway, so I think it would be appropriate for us to have a moment of silence for Pope Francis. So, if you guys don't mind, I think it would be good for us to. I do think it would be nice for us to have a quick moment of silence for the late Pope Francis I. All right. I appreciate that, guys. So, let's get on to the next topic. Now, if there's one thing that myself and a lot of people cannot stand is when rich people try to act like they're one of us.
Bruh.
I'm sorry. It's one of those things that irk me because it's like, why do you have to pretend that you're a regular person? You're not a regular person anymore. You're rich. Most people do not make as much money as you do. So let's knock it off, okay? So the person that has done this, unfortunately, is none other than everybody's favorite Twitch girl, Pokimane. Now, actually, no, I don't know if I can count her as a Twitch girl per se, but she's a girl and she's on Twitch, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Yep, Pokimane did say this, and I'm going to show the clip so you guys can get the context behind it. And here we go.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? Right? It's getting there, right?
Look how uncomfortable this guy is, by the way. He's just like, what is she chatting about?
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that shit.
No wealth disparity.
Oh, God. Nah, he's trying to hit. Probably.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Okay, I'll give her this. At least she didn't go into that whole wage gap stuff. I don't want to hear that anymore.
And we hate the rich. Anyways.
You literally are rich.
much.
Aren't you the rich?
No. Like the
Oh my god. That was funny. That was funny. Go back. Go back. I gotta hear that again. I gotta hear that again. I gotta hear that again.
too much.
Aren't you the rich?
Oh, it's even funnier a second time. Aren't you the rich? Bro, he's absolutely right, though. She is part of that 1%.
No.
Yes, you are.
Like the ultra rich, the ultra giga rich,
Oh, Lord.
the
You have to
unnecessarily
clarify.
rich.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Too late.
Oh,
You
The
gotta
ultra
say
giga
you gotta
rich.
say the billionaires.
the billionaires.
you are rich.
The Bezos.
You can't be saying that.
Damn, even he called her
I
out.
am.
Like,
I'm rich in friendship.
Yes.
oh my God. Okay. So before we go any further, I want to just show you guys something. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Pokemon. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, you ready for this? You ready for this? You want to know what this girl's net worth is? You want to know what this girl's net worth is? It's $6 million. Her net worth is $6 million. So, listen. Don't trust the number that she has on Google. Oh, you're probably right. Oh, this is as of 2024, according to this website that I found. But you're right. Not everything on Google is true, but we are gonna make the assumption that this is correct, that this is accurate. I find it funny that, and again, she's not the only one that's done this. There have been plenty of Twitch streamers that act like the common man, Hassan. But yeah, I this is why I get frustrated when I hear things like this, because it's like, oh, these ultra rich people. Listen, is wage disparity a problem, especially in the States?
Yep.
Yes, it is. On that, her and I can agree. I 100% agree with her that wage disparity is a big problem in the States. However, she is not in a position to talk about these things. She's not. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying this to put her down or to be mean or to dogpile on her, but look, again, this isn't helping. Yes, we know wage disparity is a problem. Yes, it's going to continue. It's probably going to continue to become a problem the way the economy is going. But the last thing we need is a bunch of rich people complaining about a system that they benefit from. Especially people like her, people like Hassan Piker that make millions of dollars. I hate to say it, doing the bare minimum. These people do the bare minimum. And if you're a fan of these people and that offends you, look, I'm sorry. But until they change it up, then I'm going to continue to say that. Ooh, some words from our friend Blast God. The issue is the poor and middle class don't speak on it too much. It's not that they don't. It's not that we don't speak on it. It's just that nobody really cares what we have to say. There are people that do talk about it. Like, look, me personally, I'm an average guy. Like, I'm one of those 30-somethings that's struggling to, afford to live. A lot of people, like 90%, we don't have political power. Exactly. That's the problem. And yeah, you're not entirely wrong, Blast, when you say, like, it's not that people don't speak up. It's that some people are a lot so a lot of people are ignored. And the thing about the middle class is it's the majority of the poor and middle class are the majority of the country, or at least in America. I don't know how it is with your country, but the majority of the people in America are broke. And that's not just us. I'm not saying that to be mean, but us getting political power could also have some risks too. Yeah, I can understand that. So I'm gonna say this: do I hate Pokimane for saying this?
Nope.
No. Do I think she's the one to bring attention to these things?
Nope.
Also, no. Listen, again, I agree. It is a problem. And it's also ironic coming from her. Because I don't know if you. I don't think I talked about this. Or maybe I had. Maybe I did. But there was a controversy with her a few years ago. Or a year or two ago. Where she was selling a bunch of overpriced cookies. And she had a clip where she said. She literally called people broke. Now, if I find the clip, I will obviously add it in post. But yeah, it's hard for me to take someone like that seriously when they say things like that. But whatever. Well, at least she did bring it up. Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. Okay, that's fair. But anyway, actually, let's look at some of the responses to this clip because I always find this funny when people respond to these things because usually the jokes write themselves. So let's see. Bro, wasn't she the one who shamed people for not buying her cookie?
Bruh.
Yep. Again, if I find that, I'll put it in post. Searched it up on Google. Most pages say about 250 to 300K annual salary to be considered rich. A few said 80K, 800K to a mil. I'm pretty damn sure she makes at least 200K per year. Yeah, she does. Knowing her, she probably does. She's worth at least 20 million. What the fuck is she doing? Yeah. Ah, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. That's another thing that I was going to mention, actually. It's funny to me that she's the one saying these things because it's like, sweetheart, you're like 28 years old making millions of dollars on. Meanwhile, you're in a city like Paris, France. Like most women your age do not make that kind of money. It's like I said, the majority of people in this country are broke. Wait, we should not waste time on grilling her. We could use this influencer topic. All right, no worries. Having 20. Okay. Okay, this is kind of funny. All right. Let's move on. Okay. Moving on to another topic. Now, this one isn't going to be a bit of a. This is going to be more of a tech-sided news. So bear with me on this one. Apparently, Intel is once again releasing some new GPUs. So let's go to our friend Graphically Challenged and let's hear about it. And this video loads. Really?
Intel might be finally saving the GPU market. Let's talk about it. Before that, this video is brought to you by VIPC.
So you understand what I mean? We can use. Wait, we should not waste time on grilling her. We can use this influencer topic to start a big talk about the wage disparity. Maybe if everyone does it, then we can start gaining some media power and then political power. Maybe. Granted, I'm like, what am I at? Like 70 subscribers? I don't know how many people will listen to me, but hey, you never know. You never really know.
CDK Deals is a website dedicated to getting you the best prices on games and software, and right now you can get a Windows 10 Pro OEM key for an insanely low price.
People do realize that Windows 10 is ending support in October of this year, so I don't know why you would still buy a Windows 10 key. me personally, look, I get it. Windows 10 is somewhat superior to Windows 11 in a lot of ways, but still, like, there's nothing we can do about it. Last time I watched this channel was in 2022. Damn, it was that long? Sheesh.
Find the best price and apply my special discount code GPC20 for an additional 30% off. You can also check out securely with PayPal, and once the payment is cleared, you should get access to the code both in your account as well as in your email. In order to activate the new copy of Windows 10, just search Activate under Windows and type in your key. So if you want to learn more, be sure to click the link in the description below. Alright, so Battle Mage has been a huge success, and especially the Intel Arc B580 is a really impressive graphics.
I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I liked Windows 8 a lot. Really? I wasn't the biggest fan of 8. 8.1 wasn't terrible, though.
Card if you can buy it. However, it looks like Intel might be doubling down on their GPUs very soon, and in fact, it looks like the long-rumored and potentially canceled flagship GPU might just be back. And today we're going to...
Now, this could be a game changer, because I've heard a lot about Intel GPUs. I hear gaming-wise, they're not the best, but they're not terrible either. Also, I hear they're really good with a lot of applications, like Adobe applications, Word, Office, stuff like that. Now, if you've used Intel GPUs in the past or presently using one, please, in the comments of this video and maybe in the chat, if you're watching this live, let me know. Do you have an Intel GPU? Are you happy with the performance that you're getting? Or are you not happy with the performance? Please let me know.
Go over all those rumors as well as when you might be able to purchase it. So this information actually first popped up over on videocards.com, and it looks like, yes indeed, quote,
sorry, I'm gonna read this. I don't know what was special about it, but Windows 8 home screen, which was separate from the desktop, just felt so much like Xbox. Oh, excuse me. Because I was a kid in video game consoles, you know. I get where you're coming from. Well, you got to remember Microsoft, and they do own Xbox, so
Intel
of
is
course,
still
obviously.
working on BGM-G31 GPU. Now, if you don't know, that's
Okay.
actually the code for their flagship GPU, the one that should be giving a spanking
You forgot Intel even had GPUs. That's crazy.
to both NVIDIA as well as AMD in terms of price to performance in the range that you guys are probably waiting for, because you probably want something like a 5070 or 5080 competitor. Well, depending on the final performance, we might be talking about just that for a fraction of the cost while still giving you excellent ray tracing and 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Now, back to...
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. If this ends up panning out, but then again, I don't know if it's out. It's not even out yet, first of all. Second of all,
the article
we
can
don't
see
really
here that
know
apparently, quote, shipping
what the
manifest
tariffs are gonna do
revealed
with
the
this.
development of the BGM-G31 GPU, a higher-end version compared to the G21 used in the Arc
not bad.
B580. The manifest clearly state that it's for research and development purposes. Another
Okay.
manifest shows BGM add-in card listed as IBC C32 SKT, which could be a reworked version of G31, according to Michael. And if we go ahead and we take a look at who this is, well, apparently it's a potential leaker over on X, although of course take this with a
Oh God, can we stop calling it X? Jesus.
grain of salt. But there does appear to be
Obviously.
a lot of things pointing towards this GPU potentially being raised from the dead back to compete with both NVIDIA and AMD. In fact, taking a look back at the article, we can see here that a longtime leaker, Raichu, over on Twitter also said, by the way,
One
although
Raichu.
a lot of discussion about BMG GPUs said B770's dead, I think we will look at in the future. Now, there are some translation issues there,
Obviously.
but essentially all these various different data points are suggesting that yes, Intel may be reviving the rumored dead flagship GPU. And what can we expect out of this graphics card? Well, according to all the information I'm aware of, the most flagship option that could potentially be released would be the Intel Arc B780, or maybe they'll call it the B790. They could call it the B770, but this would be a significant jump, and I think it would have a new name. Now, this GPU would be the full 32xe units, again, assuming they max out their capabilities, which means 4090.
Damn. That's a fairly low TDP, 250 watts
6 ALUs, which you can think of as
for a
the
high-end
cores, the same that we saw
for a high-end GPU like this. That is pretty low,
on the Intel Arc A770 and far more than on the B580. And if you know
which is
anything
really
about
good in my
Intel's new
opinion.
Battle Mage GPU architecture, well, it's not only far more efficient, but it's also just way more performant in general, which means the same amount of cores on Battle Mage is going to be way faster than it was on Intel's Arc Alchemist GPUs. In fact, according to Intel themselves, I do recall, I believe they were throwing around numbers such as 50% higher IPC, something around that range. But in any case, back to the B780. This would likely have a similar clock speed of the B580 of around 2.8 gigahertz, although it could be higher, and it would likely have more cache at around 16 megabytes versus what we see on the B580. Now, this would also likely have the fastest and highest capacity GDDR6 memory of 16 gigabytes running at 20 gigabits.
Here's my question. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I was going to ask why they're not using GDDR7, but we see all the nonsense that NVIDIA is going through with that, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut about it. Yeah, that's why Intel was famous. I remember now. The top is good.
Per
The
second on a
the TOP, the TDP
256-bit
probably you're
bus,
saying.
which gives you 640 gigabytes per second of total memory bandwidth. That's very important because not only in terms of capacity, but also in terms of speed, that makes it a lot more competitive with NVIDIA's more enthusiast-grade GPUs. Also, in terms of a TDP, this GPU would likely be around 250 watts. However, there's no guarantee that Intel would max out the GPU. There is a possibility they've slightly cut it down when reworking it, and you might only get the B770. But that's actually not a bad thing, because if you take a look at the B770, it's basically identical to the B780 in every single respect, except for it's got 4 Xe cores cut off, which really isn't a whole lot, and it's also going to be potentially reducing the GDDR6 speed, I would imagine, down to 19 gigabits per second, so they can use the same that they use on the B580 to try and cut costs. And that's what would make the B770 such a great card. It would likely be far more affordable than a B780, and that's probably why I think the B770 is pretty likely to come out, whereas I'm a little bit iffy on the B780 at this point in time. However, in terms of the actual performance, where does this land? Well, when we take into account the massive IPC uplift of Battle...
Now, let's see. Why is this saying it's available? It's barely available, and if it's available, it's not even at this price that it was set to. I find that hilarious.
Last generation cards. Well, the B770 would actually come...
See here too. Like, what are you doing?
In just behind the RTX 5070, and remember, the 5070 is $550 and only has 12 gigabytes of VRAM. Well, this card would likely come in at around $350 and give you 16 gigabytes of VRAM. So you're talking about a card that's getting close to half the price of the RTX 5070 while giving you more VRAM. And remember, Battlemage also has excellent AI as well as ray tracing performance as well. I think they're actually still ahead in terms of per core performance than AMD, though don't quote me on that. I just know that it's very strong, and they have a lot of software they've been working on as well.
Yeah, that's kind of true as well.
Well, this thing would be on a whole nother level. In fact, this thing would be even faster than the RTX 5070 and would likely cost somewhere around $400, although it's possible it could be less or a little bit more. I don't suspect it would be.
It's probably going to be more, not just because of, corporate greed, but also, especially in America, we're still dealing with the tariffs.
Any more than $450, as Intel's trying to play it safe and be as aggressive as possible on the pricing. And regardless of whether or not the B780 releases or the B770, well, they're both looking like really impressive graphics cards. And the B780 especially, I mean, take a look at this thing. You're talking about a card that's going to come in at...
That is a nice looking card. I'm not gonna lie.
Half the price of the 5080.
I don't know, there's something about an all-black graphics card that's just really nice.
16 gigabytes of VRAM, and it's going to be far more performant than anything like a 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte. It's going to be in a whole different league. And to make matters even better, well, these GPUs might actually have no problem being thrown into older systems, as according to another article over on videocards.com, it looks like Intel is investigating optimizations for CPU overhead on Arc GPUs.
Interesting.
So there you have it, guys. The Intel Arc Battlemage flagship GPU might not only be still in development and coming out, I think if we take a look here at my chart, probably by Q4 of this year, although it's possible it could come out earlier, or again, maybe get canceled, but I think it's going to end up happening. And not only do I think it's going to end up happening and be extremely high performance, as well as give you all the VRAM and memory bandwidth and features that you need at a far, far more approachable price point, as they've demonstrated time and time again with all their GPU releases thus far, but also sounds like everybody will be able to enjoy them, as Intel is seriously working on getting the driver overhead solved on the Intel Arc Battlemage GPUs.
All right.
But hey, that's just...
I'll be honest, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Honestly, Intel has been dealing with a lot of misses recently, especially with their Arrow Lake CPUs. Even though, ironically, I have one in my computer right now, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, yes, honestly, I am looking forward to this. Hopefully, it does come out. If it doesn't, it is what it is at this point. It's Intel. What do you expect? Anyway. Honestly, guys, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Intel's new GPUs are going to be a flop? Or do you think they're going to be a massive hit like the other Battlemage GPUs? Also, what do you think about Pokemon's comments? Do you agree with her? Do you disagree with her? Do you agree with what I said in thinking that while she's not wrong, I don't think she's really the person to be commenting on these things? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This has been your man, Big Dog. If you're on Twitch, stay tuned for the rest of the show. If you're on YouTube, if you're not watching this live, make sure you stay tuned for the meme of the day. I'm out of here. I'll see you next time. All right. Before I get to the video, I want to mention something real quick. Matter of fact, let me put the music on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, before I get into the video that Blast has so kindly put up for me, I want to address something that I saw not too long ago. And it's something I actually mentioned in the Discord server. By the way, if you're in the live right now and you're not in the Discord server, join the Discord server. Please, trust me. You won't regret it. Anyway, my little shameless plug there. For those of you who don't know what has been going on, apparently Ethan Klein and iDubbbz have been kind of beefing. Now, I was going to mention it during the Doghouse, but honestly, the stuff got really kind of graphic and kind of disturbing as well. So basically what happened was there was a whole drama. Apparently, a group of content creators got CPS called on Ethan Klein's family based off of rumors that they were, that he was letting his dog defecate all over the house and his kids were eating said feces, which that is a disgusting thing to say. But did he get swatted? No, he didn't get swatted. Worse. Like I just said, he got H3H3 and iDubbbz. They were beefing basically. Basically, Ethan. No, he didn't go to jail. Basically, what happened was this random content creator named Bad Empanada called CPS, or Child Protective Services, on Ethan Klein and his wife and his kids. And he almost got his kids taken away. Thankfully, he didn't, which thank God, but Jesus. Like, why would you do that? Based off of a fucking rumor. And then iDubbbz comes in and makes a video or a content cop on Ethan. Now, personally, I didn't watch it. I saw a few clips here and there. And it looked really terrible. But anyway, let's see. Not too long ago. You know what? I'm glad you asked that, because I'm gonna get to that, so don't worry. So basically, a lot of people were in this content cop video about Ethan Klein. Like, for example, Hassan, Frogan, Denims, and of course, Ian himself. Now, Ethan responded to said video and pointed out a glaring flaw in these "why is Hassan everywhere?" Because he's grasping at any ounce of relevancy, because his relevancy is kind of dipping in a sense. But basically, what I want to say about this is I understand that people don't like Ethan, and I've been critical of him myself. One thing I will never do is call CPS on somebody's kids based off of a rumor that isn't even true, which I think is extremely insane to me. And if you do that and you think it's okay, something's wrong with you. Like, and I'm not just saying that to be an asshole, but Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you that you're calling CPS on somebody's kids based off of a rumor that you yourself didn't even verify? Like, what's wrong with you? But what do I know, right? Okay, anyway, I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Get that out of the way. And let's get on to these videos that you sent me. Hold on. Sorry, guys, I'll be back. Someone's looking for me. Sorry about that. Mom had a question. But anyway, let's get back to this. One second, let me put this back. Bro.
Oh, yeah? Well, look who's talking. You got your strength from meeting my sons and my friends. Pride is blinding you. Can't you see the writing that's on the wall? You're done. Cooked. It's all over. Admit that you're wrong and surrender.
He really said that. Oh, that's funny. Vegeta being disrespected for 4 minutes. Oh, no.
What a joke. Look how they've massacred my boy.
God damn. Look at that. I forgot about GT, man. Look at that mustache.
What? Stupid ass mustache. You look like a porn star from Cuba. No one.
God damn, dude. Wait, did you already watch the short? Yeah, I did. I'll watch it again if you want.
Screen time in your show until the last season.
Damn, that's not nice.
You were a main character for the entire show and you still couldn't kill a main villain.
Ooh.
What did Topo call you? Second fiddle ass boy? I beat his ass, and I'll beat yours too.
Oh, you were away for some more. Okay.
Why don't you go back to dancing for Beerus?
Ooh, damn.
Oh, that's it, you non-canon motherfucker! Frieza, Cell, Fat Boo, Kid Boo, Beerus, Hit, Jiren, Goku Black, Moro, granola. How many L's do I have to take? When am I going to defeat a main villain?
Yeah, that is true. I don't think he's ever beaten a main villain. DBF when I was a child, and it was only the Cell Saga that was on. Really? Didn't Toriyama pass away?
Then something's a main villain.
Never, LOL. God damn, dude. Get the fuck out of
Then something just snapped. Something inside of me.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, you look so cool in the superhero movie taking down the Red Ribbon Army. Yep, I do it just like my grandpa. Maybe someday they'll let me be the main character.
Good luck. You see how that went for me. You're a fool if you think anybody but me will replace Kakarot. And you're even more foolish if you think it'll be a female.
damn. That's fucked up.
Dancing on stage like a fool, getting bullied by Beerus, my Boma. Where
He's got a point. That was hard to watch.
is your Saiyan pride? Vegeta dances for nobody.
Wait a minute, you talking about OG Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Super? Oh, you're rewatching.
Vegeta takes
Oh,
orders
OG Dragon Ball. OG Dragon Ball is really good.
from nobody.
The ending is also
And
really good,
Vegeta
too.
Saves no ho.
Damn.
Jesus, has my forehead always been that big? Yeah, I don't know why Vegeta catches all the smoke when honestly ours is no better. It's probably because he's never won a tournament. Does Vegeta ever win anything? Nothing
God
important.
damn.
Why do I look like a goddamn soccer mom? Shut your
Because on TV there was only the Cell Saga. Oh, right.
raggedy ass up. Be happy you got a facelift and a BBL, Grandma.
God damn.
Degenerate looking ass bitch.
God damn.
Well, I think you're both still smoking hot babes.
That is fucking good.
Punk. Wench.
McDonald's head loser.
Glorified washing machine.
Crybaby Napoleon complex having little boy.
Lame ass generic housewife, no screen time having bitch. This is Ultra Ego. What are you gonna do now, bitch? Nani?
Damn. Broke his arm again.
What happened to my body?
I am baby, and I'm inside you.
Oh, that's just
I
weird.
do not swing that way.
What's wrong with another man penetrating your inner sanctum?
I'm not gonna warn you again.
Bruh.
Knock
What
it
the
off.
fuck?
So now you're mad just because I laid my eggs inside of your body?
Bruh.
GT and Super happens between DBZ main, but Saga. Main Boo Saga and DBZ last episode. Then GT doesn't make sense because Bola and Pan are the... I should be saying, nah, all good, all good.
Man, everybody be talking about how useless the humans are, but I came in clutching the Goku Black Arc. Facts. Everybody forgets that if it wasn't for me, Vegeta would have sent the entire crew to King Yama.
He's got a point, actually. Had Yajirobe not cut off Vegeta's tail, Goku would have been screwed.
Look at him, Mercus little monkey ass right there. You good,
Yajirobe
bro?
is a goat.
Man, before Z, I was a main character. I had a badge on my arm. I mean, I got folded all the time, but they were by main villains. I
Damn, I forgot
was
about...
basically Vegeta before Vegeta.
So was
Don't
Launch.
you ever compare yourself to a prince. Vegeta takes no L's.
Yeah, we're not gonna forget that one.
Serves you right.
He was a goat. But they did do him dirty,
Using
though.
Glutz waves to get Super Saiyan 4. What a disgrace. It's called character development. Cry about it. The Prince of Saiyans does not cry.
Stop the cap, monkey.
I had you on your hands and knees, shook. I had you
God damn.
standing in the rain like an early 2000s R&B video.
Damn. All right. All right, I'm picking the video this time. I'm picking the video this time. Ah. No, let's not do that. I don't want to watch my own videos. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Where's that one video? Where is it? I don't know why Torium discarded that motherfucker. In his defense, yeah, you're kind of right. It wasn't exactly his fault. Where the hell is that damn video? Ugh. Alright, this'll do. Alright, hang on a sec. Let me get that back. No, not that one. New window. DBZ Fusion's beefing for 10 minutes. Oh no.
God. Damn, I look clean as hell in blue. Anything we do is clean. We the best fusion, hands down.
On God, we are. And everybody used to think the same thing until Dragon Ball Super Broly came out and everybody started sucking off Gogeta. Overrated ass. And if I ever see dude, I'ma show him what's up too.
You fellas had something to say? Get this off-brand knockoff bitch out my face right now. Out here blowing.
Hey. Oh no, not a bot.
Fetty blasted Omega Shenron like you 5. Leave that clown shit to Vegito. You want to talk about clown shit?
I'm neither Goku nor Vegeta. I am the one who will destroy you.
Shut your corny ass up. That line had Chi-Chi and Bulma wet, bitch. How about
I don't know about
I
that.
wet the ground with your blood? Nah, bro, you did not have to do Broly like that in the movie.
That is true.
That man wasn't even evil. Hey, man, it was either him or the Earth. He better be happy that She-Hulk was there to save him, because I was gonna send bro to King.
No way, he just called her She-Hulk. That's an insult.
Yema. See, you got the job done, unlike a certain non-canon wannabe. Hey, what I tell you about talking?
I'm here.
So we throwing hands or what? You don't want that. Chill out. Nobody is scared of your non-canon lame ass. Here we go with the non-canon stuff again. At least I got an original design, you bum-ass recolor. You just mad because I exist and you don't. Go get your own movie, then come talk to me. Oh, I don't exist? How about I make sure that you don't either?
Uh-oh, here we go.
I am the ultimate fusion. Maybe if you could actually pick up a W, I'd believe you. You old heads talk.
Yeah, he's got a point. He's got a point. Vegito always loses.
Talking about the best fusion, you should be
Oh, fuck no.
talking about the Mac Daddy of Justice.
Speaking of dudes who never take any W's, Katara Fusion is just better than y'all zesty ass dance. Get over it. Zesty? Y'all gotta bump
Now, Vegeta only spawned in once, right? No, twice. He did once in Z and once in Super. Both times he still lost. Well, he didn't lose, but he didn't finish the fight.
each other's meat to fuse. What you talking about, Zesty?
All right, boys. I think we know who the best fusion really is.
They went up against look up the Goku Black arc. Just look. That's fucked
All
up.
right, Vegito. You want to try and sneak me again?
You should have waited your turn. You're not even in Dragon Ball Z.
I'm the best fusion. I don't have to wait for anybody.
The best fusion? Who starred in Dragon Ball Super Broly? The best Dragon Ball movie of all time.
Don't forget about the Mac Daddy of Justice.
You just comic.
Vegeta took an L. I don't believe it, bro. Well, he didn't take an L per se, but he didn't finish the fight.
beef now. Shut your ass up. Silence, mortals.
Oh, not this
My
fucking
future
clown.
is the best because it is divine. It is beautiful. It is serene. It is uncorrupted by the sins of.
Yeah, he's the one they went up against when Vegito came in a second time.
So we can't even get 5 minutes of screen time in Super, but Gogeta gets to star in his own movie?
You got wait. What did that say?
Time in Super, but Gogeta gets to star in his own movie?
You got plenty of screen time in the fight with Boo. He's got a point. He still didn't finish that fight though. Respectfully, Vegito can easily cook them. It's just Vegito Aura farms harder than Piccolo. Yeah, that, and he doesn't finish his fights.
That was 30 years ago.
He still didn't finish that fight. Exactly is your point.
My point is you're going to give us a bigger role so we can show these fans who really runs this fusion shit.
Oh, nah. That was unnecessary.
GT has no Gotenks or Vegito? Then I'm the best with zero competition. Hey, what do you mean? I was pretty cool.
Dude.
You fused with the most OP villain in Dragon Ball Z and got trained by the main character and still got no dubs. Yeah, you're right. Wait, why do I feel like we're missing somebody?
Nobody
Oh, not him.
can beat me when I'm Super 17. Big Bang
He was going to finish Boo, but like he got gooped, eaten, and spit and split. Yeah, that's true. Kind of brings me back to my point. He didn't finish the fight. What is going on here?
Wow, they're really going at it. Who do you think's gonna win? It's a prince versus a clown. The answer should be obvious.
Have you watched all of Dragon Ball? Most of it, yeah.
Wait, why did they stop fighting?
Oh no.
What the hell? When did y'all learn fusion? We've been training together for weeks. This whole fight was just an excuse to get you two old heads together so we could beat y'all's ass. But I thought you didn't even know each other. If you can't figure it out on your own, we were lying, you idiot. As if you Rugrats are even ready to fight the Prince of All Saiyans. You better run home, little boy. That's exactly what I expect to hear from two old, washed up, past their prime punk bitches.
Damn, dude.
Who's a bitch? So the senior citizens finally decided to fight. Well, bring it on, old man. An arrogant little brat that likes to talk shit. Just like Gotenks. Don't compare anyone with us. We're the strongest fighter in history. It's time to put you into a retirement home. Your chances of beating me are about as good as Krillin's. This is your last warning, little boy. You're gonna have to shut us up by force. Now bring it on! So we finally get our growth spurt. We finally get our moment on the big screen. And this is what you do. Just an accident. I do not want to hear it, you roly-poly, diabetic, Lizzo-built, baby hippo-looking bastard.
That's not nice. Krillin should have been a main character forever with a goal.
Stop bringing Gohan out of retirement. Let him be a full-time scholar. I don't care what Dragon Ball fans want. They hate me anyway. I thought we were done with this after Resurrection F. Now my beautiful little boy is a beast.
Beast that makes me money.
Really?
Oh.
So these are Goku and Vegeta's kids? They don't look so tough.
He was a great character, man. Like, I don't know what Toriyama does this to characters.
At least we
Those
earned
are
our
very
power.
good.
We don't gotta tingle our backs in Universe 7.
Didn't Goten go Super Saiyan because his mom kicked him? Didn't you turn into Brolisha by crying like a bitch? Why don't you
Jesus.
talk to my sister? Because Kaba could whoop your little ass.
Ain't nobody worried about Cabba's scrawny ass. I will do him the same way Goku did y'all in the tournament.
Oh, you mean when my dad hit them so hard that it replayed 3 different times?
Oh, that was fucked up. I gotta find that video too.
Talk your shit now. So what? I'm supposed to be impressed because you can shave your eyebrows? Nah, you're impressed because I went Super Saiyan 3 and you couldn't, ho. Why are you talking about hoes like you get any with that fat ass forehead? Nobody cares about Super Saiyan 3. You cared enough to beg one of my dads to teach you when you got your ass beat for it. Shit, in the
And he's got a point.
manga, he didn't even have to do nothing. Gohan handled you. Bro, did you even up?
That's crazy because he's right. She
You're
did get.
super outside of being copy Vegeta's bitch. How about you go get some screen time before you come talk to me? You talking real big for someone who got erased in the tournament and needed Universe 7 to bail their ass out. You our bitch. At least I got invited to the tournament, Yamcha. Okay, watch your motherfucking mouth. Oh, yeah. What's up, bitch? Right here. Do it. Go
That's
ahead.
crazy.
Say it again. Stop playing with me, bitch. I'm right here. Throw some hands. What's up, bitch?
I've had it with your smart ass mouth. You're done.
Shut your ass up and take this L, little boy.
Where did you find this
Stop
video?
right there. Two fusions can't do battle with each other. The power scalers will lose their mind.
Power scalers? You talking about those nerds on the internet that like to brag about how strong I am?
That's exactly who I mean. Why do you think that me and Gogeta have been at each other's throats for so long? They act like two legends can't coexist.
I'm not coexisting with her. Now get out of the way and stop interrupting the fight before I beat your ass first. And I'm gonna help him so we can get back to our fight quicker.
You little bastards must have lost your damn mind. I agree. I think we should remind them who runs this shit. Are you sure that you're ready to team up with me? Yes, we can focus on our own rivalry later. Let's show these kids what's up.
All right, go tanks.
I swear, Gohan's power don't even make sense. He got one rage power increase, and then he just got God Key level power is matching. Yeah.
Pay close attention to what
Super.
I do to them, cause you're next.
Okay, bitches first.
We'll see who the bitch is when I whoop every man here. Hurry up and transform.
For y'all? No.
Arrogant bastard. You're gonna regret saying
You were going to say. I don't fucking remember.
that. Here I come.
Doesn't this count as... never mind.
Congrats, you can beat up a little girl. Why don't you come do that to the Mac Daddy of Justice?
So, when are you going to stop playing these games and put us in the show?
You already appeared several times.
Those were movies, and we were only in them for a couple minutes. I need an entire arc to flex on Vegito.
Yeah.
We're safe.
He's got a point. They are technically the same.
Competing is in our nature. You wouldn't understand that because you're just the
I don't know if that's possible.
nerd who draws us.
I'd much rather drunk out.
My favorite is Kefla. Man, get out my face with that, you horny old bat. So are you two wimps gonna teach us Super Saiyan 4 or not?
I already said no, and I don't like to repeat myself. Get out of my face. Come on, Vegeta, think of how strong they'd become if we taught them. We'd have 2 new sparring partners. I don't give a damn, they're not worth my time. Maybe if it was Cab I would, but...
Okay, how about this? Our fusion against your fusion, and if we win, then you have to teach us. Unless the Prince of All Foreheads is too much of a bitch.
Sheesh. Why they do Vegeta like
Who's
that all
a
the
bitch?
Wow, so this is what a few Super Saiyan 4 looks like? Badass.
Don't tell me you're having second thoughts. This was your idea.
Of course I'm not having second thoughts. I'm gonna whoop your ass right now so I can learn to do that too.
We didn't even need to fuse to beat your ass. This is basically just bullying at this point.
He's kind of got a point.
Wait, this is Big Kefla. I've never been bullied in my life. Come do your worst, Ariana Grande.
Big Bang
You think that you real funny making me fat in the superhero movie? I can be more than just
They have
comic
the
relief.
same power.
Yeah, it would have been a lot more
Dude,
fun
bro,
if I
like,
was
only
actually
difference
you instead of a baby
is
hippo.
the looks.
Can I
Yeah,
get one
you're right.
serious fight, please? You stupid old man, you hate our generation. That's why you hold me and Gohan in the Boo Saga, and you only ever focus on our dads.
He's kind of got a point.
That's why Oda's a better writer than you.
Ooh, that's mean. That's fucking mean. He said that's why Oda's a better writer than you. Damn, how many of these videos
Wow,
do
you look just like me. I know, it's so weird. Do you like fighting strong guys too? I would have fight them all. Do you get a power boost when Krillin gets his ass beat? That's how I get all my power boosts.
God damn.
Did you ever get any marriage from Chi-Chi? Yeah, but it turns out it's not actually food. It's just love and care and a house and kids and loyalty
Yeah.
for the rest of my life. Wow, that sucks. What's your favorite food? Everything.
So let me get this straight. You get smoked. You lose your girl to the dude who put out the hit, and instead of getting some get back, you get fisted by an old man. Dude, it's your
Goddamn.
fault. You getting your leg broken by Tien was the beginning of the end. Okay, that fight was a banger though. And did you see my girl run off with Tien after the fact? No, that happened to you. Matter of fact, get your ass out my sight right now. You a disgrace to the name, y'all.
That's so mean.
Wait, I wasn't an OG Dragon Ball. Yes, but Kakarot was, and I won't come second to him in anything. Kakarot? You mean that low-class wimp that always makes that other baby cry? What's his name, Broccoli or... Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. Yeah, right. You don't
He's scared.
scare me. Where you going?
Oh my god, I forgot how out of pocket I used to be when I was young. What do you mean out of pocket? I be chillin'. Drugging oolong like you're Cardi B, shooting a little boy, flashing an old man,
He was. Never mind. I forgot about that.
flashing a little boy? The 80s were a different time. Don't be a snowflake, Grandma. Nah,
Yeah.
Toriyama's weird.
Wait, what did that say?
Grandma. Nah, Toriyama's weird.
Call me what you want. You can't call me bro.
Everyone always talks about how Vegeta gets hold, but what about Big Tien? I beat Yamcha, Roshi, and Goku in the same tournament, and what do they do
Well, you barely won in that tournament.
with me? Nothing. Well, there's that one time I held back Cell. I don't want to hear that I held back Cell bullshit. I should be a main character. I deserve more than one moment. What, I can't be important just because I can't turn my hair blonde? This is bullshit. These whippersnappers know nothing about Jackie Chun. They're too distracted by their Kaio Saiyans and their super gods. They don't know that I have some of the best fights in the entire franchise. Skipping straight to Z, they've got the nerve to call themselves Dragon Ball fans. Hey,
He's got a point.
old man, I'm about to watch OG Dragon Ball for the
What happened to launch, man?
first time.
That's a good
There's
question.
nothing weird in your show, is there? So I give you life to go and smoke my op. And not only do you fail, but you go and train his son? If you can't beat him, then join him. That's why you're dead and I'm starring in movies. How
God damn.
dare you take that tone with your daddy? What would your mama say if she was here? We don't even have females. You hatched me from an egg. I want that booty. Who is he?
Man, all I got to do in Z was blow myself up. Man, even in OG Dragon Ball were useless. I lost to Krillin, killed by Piccolo, and then whooped off screen by Tao Pai Pai. I hate Dragon Ball. Let's go be Pokemon instead. I thought
Fucking
we already
what,
were Pokemon. Oh, this is my big growth spurt. I'm like 2 inches taller than I am now. At least tell me I'm still one of the strongest fighters. Define strongest. Man, this is some bullshit. Hey, it's not all bad. At least you ended up with a baddie. You're like 4 feet tall. What kind of baddie could you have possibly pulled? Hey, Krillin. You coming to bed soon? I can't wait to grow up and marry my Goku. Okay, sis, I'm gonna tell you right now. He won't get a job, he won't help the kids with their homework, and all he wants to do is fight. If you want to get stuck with an uncaring, disrespectful, immature man-child, go right ahead. Then why are you with him? Because I love him with all my heart. I would die for that man.
That's the funniest part. All right, let's move on. I finally found that video, or found one of the videos, by the way. So give me 1 second. I don't know if she beat him, but she wouldn't have gone down in one slap like Bulma did.
Oh, yeah. The Revenge Tour, Part 2.
Oh, we gotta watch part 1. We gotta watch part 1 first.
Oh, yeah. It's about damn time.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. This video was supposed to be out a minute ago, but hey, we here now. Let's do it. So we all know what happened. Vegeta got his ass jumped, and Krillin was about to end him, about to boost his KD on him, until Goku was like, hey, bruh, let him go. I don't care about the Earth. Just let him go. I'm trying to fight him again. Like, look at all of them.
All right, fine. What is this? Let's do this on the other one. Fine. Dude, I've been on this for like an hour or so.
I don't know about y'all, but as soon as I found out aura farming was a thing,
ouchies.
Best believe Dragon Ball is at the top of the list. Originally, I was gonna make a video on different characters who aura farm, but Dragon Ball was so bad, I had to give them their own video. Now, first off, I'm gonna start
Damn, this shit is 30 minutes long.
off with Vegeta.
Why is this so long?
Now, Vegeta is a great character, I can't lie. His character development go crazy. But I'ma just give it to y'all straight. That man Vegeta is a aura farmer. Ever since he stepped out the pod with Nappa, the aura farming has not stopped. Look at how he's acting on
All right.
Piccolo, Gohan, and
Yeah, once you dip, I'm probably gonna end it.
Krillin. Like, dog, you're not fighting any comp. They're trash. Even on Namek, he entered out the pod and poses. Like, brother, we see the fit. You can stop posing. Bro was trying to show off the fit so bad, even Queen caught a glimpse of the aura farming. Even when he hits the pose right here when he kills him, just to show off the fit
What is this bro
again.
doing?
Negro, we see you. And throughout the entire Namek saga, he was just posing for the IG pics. Exhibit A. And don't get me started with the Cell arc. Oh my gosh, Vegeta, you so terribly. Now, Vegeta was aura farming for days, but I'm gonna talk about when he first powered up. Now, the transformation was tough, I'm not gonna lie. Best believe me, when he transformed, I was screaming right with him. But even when he was fighting Android 19, this trash android, he was trying to get clips for the IG. Vegeta pulls up to give a dramatic effect, then hits the pose again. And he wanted to get the clip so bad, he stood there to get punched and say to him, is that all you got? And don't get me started on Cell, because you have this smirk on your face. You see this smirk? In about 2 minutes of me explaining the aftermath of what we see here, you will see why in this arc Vegeta sold. Now, his transformation was fire. The music in the background was going crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that junk was lit. But Vegeta, open your eyes. We know you transform. We see the fit. You wear it every time. Nothing has changed. And he was cooking Cell in the first half, I'm not gonna lie. Until he hits the thumb pose.
Oh no.
You know, every time Vegeta hits the thumb pose,
He gets cooked.
he gets cooked.
Yeah.
And this thumb pose within itself is aura farming at its finest. But to let him reach full power to gain aura so you can feel good about yourself and prove you're the strongest one is wild. He could have ended the fight easily, but nah. He wanted to put the Earth at risk just so we can get some clips.
5 minutes later.
Damn. Damn. You said he deserved a good bone.
Now, best believe me, there is a lot more on Vegeta, but I'm trying to keep this video short. So next, I'm gonna talk
Short. Right.
about Frieza.
Hello, monkeys.
Now, Frieza was definitely cooking the entire Namek arc, but definitely was aura farming. Bro turned into his final form and got the cameraman glazing. And when he fought Vegeta, the amount of nonchalant from Frieza is insane, dodging every punch with no reaction on his face. Then look at him standing there with his arms crossed. That man Frieza is hitting every pose in the book while taking Vegeta's pride away. I'm sick. Look at the pose. Look at the smirk. Then look at the pose again. Got the cameraman glazing Frieza at this point, I can't lie. Got bro pulling up on Vegeta like this, and his arms are still crossed. And don't get me started on the tournament of power, bruh. In his fight with Topo, bro was hitting theatrical poses and hitting funny jokes just to get cooked. Even with Jiren. I know y'all saw that meme when Frieza was talking crazy about Jiren's family members saying they was in the grave, and he was going so crazy on his family, bro. Jiren ends up stepping on his tail and then bops him in the face. That junk was hilarious. And it doesn't even end there. Look at him when he fights Broly. He thought turning gold, hitting this pose, would help. Nah. Just look 10 seconds later. My Asian shooter. Oh, I'm crying.
Dude was getting... I forgot how bad they got cooked.
Sad to say, this man had to be a part of the video. He was selling terribly. Now, Gohan vs. Cell was one of the best fights in Dragon Ball. But just like Vegeta, he almost sold the entire universe just to get Aura. As if he doesn't already have enough. We get it. Look at this pose right here. He kicks his head off, right? And he holds that pose for, I don't know, 20 seconds? Even after Cell gave him a clean right. Gohan hits the... He's trying to gain aura clips for the TikTok. I'm sick. Gohan even had a chance to end the fight. His dad was crying in the corner, please end it. We don't want to be sold. And you know what he does? He puts the universe at risk, quote unquote, to make him suffer. But nah, we know why he's sold. To get more clips. And he does this in the Buu saga.
Granted, in his defense, like, I don't think Goku really had a right to talk about that.
As well. First off, as soon as he gets a Zenkai boost, he comes back and hits this. Brother, you are not a superhero. And look how he maneuvers just to land. Got the cameraman glazing him like he's about to win the fight. He's finna sell again, bruh. In the first 2 minutes, everything Gohan does is for clips. Exhibit A. Why are you still in the pose? We see you. Exhibit B. Bro got his back turned to us like he's wearing V-Lone. Like, brother, we see the fit. Can you stop and box? The universe is at stake. Exhibit C. He turns around and catches the punch and holds the pose again. And he does this the entire fight. Even in the cave, Gohan is just nonchalantly blocking and dodging the punches, and then catches the punch again, brings him in, and stares at him. And after playing with his food, he sells the bag and tarnishes his dad's legacy because he wanted clips. Just like with Vegeta, he let Buu get a transformation, and now he got him hit in this pose right here. And Buu was just cooking Gohan as soon as he got the transformation. They was going hit for hit, but then you take a look at this pic right here, and you know what happens next. It got so bad, he was on his knee, and Buu hits it right with him too. And 2 minutes later, Gohan is hiding behind a rock after farming for clips. And you know where he gets this from? Piccolo.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Piccolo. Piccolo.
Oh boy.
The amount of clips I have seen of this man is outrageous. Piccolo's been aura farming since original Dragon Ball. Even with this clip right here, bro, I was dying when I saw this.
My Asian shooters shoot when I say shoot. At first I'm from with shooting, you get boo. Try to back up.
Bro is just standing there like he's him. Like, dog, just keep it pushing. We see you. When it comes to aura farming, Piccolo is the GOAT when it comes to it. Second is Vegeta. Gohan was about to get fried up, but then Piccolo enters the scene. He hits the pose and everything. I thought this man was nice. Just to get cooked by Bojack 20 seconds later. And then the Cell arc. You see how the Cell arc keeps getting mentioned? It's because we have a bunch of sellers. He weaves the punch, then goes behind him, and then watch this.
Oh, this is bullshit.
Like crazy. He flies backwards just to show off the fit. Like Piccolo, you wear the same fit since original Dragon Ball. We do not care. And not only that, Piccolo has never hit this move a day in his life. He hits the spin move to hit Cell in the back. And of course, he doesn't win, even when he pulled up on Broly. Just look.
My agent shoot when I see shoot. At first I'm falling shooting, you get boo.
Like, gang, why is your entire cape covering you? Like we already don't know who you are. Bro's acting like the main character. But 20 seconds later, Broly fries him.
What?
Just watch.
Uh-huh.
Piccolo rushes at Broly just to get stunned by his back and spin kicks him to the ground. And then he gets kicked to the air and blasted away. And you have the audacity to pull up like this? Never do that again. You're trash. Even in the
Y'all are
Namek,
trash.
he fuses with Nail and then pulls up like this.
My agent shoot when I see shoot. At first I'm falling.
And then he has the audacity to say this.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
And he was boxing, I can't lie. We gonna give Piccolo his respect. But then a whole episode later,
He got cooked.
becomes target practice. It just comes to show you that characters in Dragon Ball that Aura farm, please, Ephraim, do not say it, love to sell.
My agent shoot when I see shoot. At first I'm falling shooting, you get boo.
Bojack movie.
I'm not gonna lie, the entire movie was full of Aura.
I honestly
farming
don't
at
know
its
what this
finest.
song is.
First we got Bojack pulling up, and this entrance was cold, I can't even lie. Having the chain appear before your entire fit is crazy. But as soon as you pull out the diamond tester, you know he's cooked. He's already halfway through them all. They even got Tien and Yamcha pulling up like this.
Fucking song.
Shoot when I see shoot.
I see you. Had me thinking they was about to cook. But nah, they had me bamboozled and proceeded to get dropped. I'm gonna break it down for y'all real quick. Tien rushes at him and hits a kick to hit straight air. Then he gets kicked to the ground and kicked to the wall. In only 2 hits, he's down for the count. And then Yamcha. No disrespect to my guy Yamcha, but why are y'all jumping Yamcha? I know at least one of y'all could have took down Yamcha by yourself. Ain't no way y'all had to jump him. Then they kicked him to the body pile, and they pulled up like they was about to cook. No, we already talked about Piccolo, so we not getting on him today. He's safe. Bojack was gonna hit Piccolo with the finisher, and then look who pulls up.
Trunks.
First off, why are you posing like that? Talking about some stop right there. Look at Bojack's face. He thinks your pull-up game is weak. Lock in. Had Trunks spamming Ki Blast. And then look what Bojack does. Oh nah. When did you get there? Had Trunks rethinking his pull-up game because that junk was trash. Trunks was about to get sent back to the lobby, but then the GOAT appears. Oh, y'all thought I meant Goku? Nah,
Damn.
my boy's in heaven right now. Rest in peace. But Vegeta's pull-up entrance was cold. Had his arms crossed and everything. I thought Vegeta was finna go crazy. But you know why I called Vegeta the GOAT? Just watch. So after spamming Ki Blast and getting blasted back, Vegeta got clocked to the face and is getting cooked. Then it goes off screen and we look back to see Vegeta knocked out of Super Saiyan. Then Bojack does 2 critical hits on him and does the finisher. And Vegeta had the audacity to pull up like this. Oh my gosh. Trunks is getting cooked and he's also getting jumped, and then they knock him out of Super Saiyan form too. Then Bojack lands and peep his face. That man thinks he's nice, having his back turned on the world. Like, bruh, we get it. Just get to boxing. We're here to see hands. Gohan was getting fraud. I can't lie. Had everybody jumping him. Like, how is this fair? He's only 10. But then we have Gohan transform, and then he starts to walk
Wasn't he like 11?
towards Bojack. And do y'all notice anything here? Why is he walking in slow motion at regular speed? He thought I was gonna put him in that edit. Nah, think again, buddy. Bojack's goons try to box with Gohan, and the first dude got caught with the African backhand. Got Gohan holding the pose for the IG pics later. I'm sick. Then he kicks bro in half, and then holds the pose again. And then he hits us with a slow-mo turnaround. The girl in the front was astonished. She was getting pressed by Aura alone. And Bojack did her dirty, bruh. It be your own mans, I'm telling you. Bojack fires a ki blast at Gohan, and he just stands there. Like, bro, we get it. And the crazy part is, he's still standing there. He didn't move 1 inch from that rock. That man's trying to get all the screen time he can get, because after this moment, we never see this type of Gohan again until the Buu arc. Even when they did the final attack, just look at Gohan. Had the effects and everything. This is crazy. And that's the last time we see him like this until the Buu arc. And you already know how that goes. Now y'all said the Android movie was one of them, and I peeped it, and y'all was right. I can't even lie, because in the beginning of the movie, we got Android 13 in the dark. Like, dog, you're posing in the dark. Nobody can see you. And then he pulls up to the
All right, I'm gonna call it because I'm getting tired and I got some editing to do. So before we go, let's clear the soundboard like we always do, and then call it a day.
Bruh. Nope. Yep.
What the fuck? Why? I don't care.
Stop the cap. Dumbass, she belongs to the streets.
Good night, brother.
You going to jail.
You going to jail.
All right, everyone. Have a good